Hi guys, welcome again to my channel. My name is Deyinka Otumba, and with me here, he's my baby man. Well, because some people didn't get that. It was a joke, it was an in-house joke when I call him Mr. Otumba. I usually do not refer to him as Mr. Otumba. So yeah.
You even call me anything?
I call you babe, my sweetheart, honey bunny. Anyways guys, so in today's video we're going to be talking about how my husband was in my spec. Yes, he looked like a tall glass of chocolate right now and everything, but hey, it was my spec in looks and everything. But then again, I'll tell you guys why it wasn't my spec. So if that sounds like what you want to watch, then keep watching. Welcome back guys. So in today's video we're going to be discussing how my husband was not my spec and how I wasn't a spec either. So now I'm going to let him go first. So he's going to tell you how I wasn't this video. Honestly, I had to beg this man to join me in this video. A lot of begging and production went on behind the scene.
Because you don't plan anything. I tell you, do things
You
ahead of
cannot
time.
do something spontaneous.
Like recording a YouTube video the night before work. I told you, plan it ahead of time.
So guys, like I said, a lot of begging went into this video. I had to beg this man and literally drag him in this video.
At least when you beg, I listen. When I beg you to plan ahead of time, do you listen? No.
Fans me.
Your real friends, I know.
Disgracing me.
They know you.
Sorry. So guys, I'm going to let him go first. He's going to tell you guys how I wasn't initially a spec and how maybe, so he will tell you how I'm now a spec or what he now sees differently and everything, or what it feels like it could change and all of that stuff. So over to you, baby boy, baby man.
I don't have much to say. Well, you weren't my spec as an age. There was one big age difference between the two of us, right? And then you know, in your pictures seem like a little bit too flashy and probably somebody that wanted to live fast, and I'm not for that kind of life. And then your head was massive.
You know that is every day that you're always body shaming me with this.
I'm not body shaming.
What are you now doing?
I'm just saying your head is massive.
I am saying it again.
Even my son has a massive head. You heard what the doctor said they had to check his head.
You are diverting from the story in the beginning. So, what did you think? Why wasn't I a spec? So you said the big age difference between us.
Yep.
You guys need to guess how much age difference is. See how you are inside my video. As if I'm boring you.
I told you, it's late at night for me.
Alright, so apart from the huge age difference and everything, you said you thought that I was flashy because of my pictures and
I mean, you look kind of flashy and fast, so and then, every time I spoken to you, you were always on the weekends going to one party or the other. I'm like,
I'm a socialite now. What do you mean? I'm a Lagos girl.
No, especially, yeah. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I just was like, I'm not going to be able to keep up with that, because I'm not interested in, going to 10 million parties in a weekend. But, we were able to work those things out, but those are the main differences. And then, I mean, not anything you did or said. Sorry, I got my son around here. Not anything you did or said, but I just, felt like, the life seemed like very expensive and didn't match, reasonable budget. So, and
my life felt expensive and did not have budget.
it looked expensive and without a budget.
Yeah. Okay, are you man? Okay.
Because you always had me, and you always said, "Oh, you're going to this party, what was it, Asher B? Then you get the Asher B done, and then you're running back and forth to gather and all that stuff, and then somebody's always coming over to do the makeup and everything. I mean, am I lying? And then you and your two friends get together, and then y'all are gone, and then Thursday night is we're going out to eat at Buka. What was that place that y'all used to go to? Buka something. Anyway, then Friday, it was the club or something, and then Saturday it was one.
Me club. How many clubs did I go to when I met you?
You didn't go to any.
You did not fear God.
No, but
how many clubs did I tell you that I was going to?
While we were dating, when you were in Nigeria, you went to the club. Friday. Then Saturday, it was always either birthday, wedding. What else do y'all use?
Baby shower, bridal shower.
And then Sunday it was the beach, or something was always happening. So I'm like, she spends Friday, Saturday, Sunday on the road. I'm just trying to catch up and catch up on life and kind of whatever. So those were the concerns.
Okay.
And I told.
All right. So now, apart from that, now that I have told them all my secrets, I've opened all my yansh inside the public place. So what were the things that you felt like I did right, that you now felt like, okay, you can't judge a book by the cover, and I was like, okay, she seems like a decent girl that somebody can make a wife like that. My wife material was 1 million yards and everything. So
but first of all, you still owe me $100.
Okay.
Remember that time when I went to Nigeria and you said I should give you $100 and you're going to Dubai? That I should loan you $100.
Hey, me, I know you to owe anybody money. Please don't disgrace me.
So you still owe me $100. So, I'm sure it has interest now. Because I was digging through my books the other day and I saw it. I was like,
Shey, that's what they are asking you. I think you should say the cons of why you now say, okay, I'm a good girl, you marry
cons
me.
or pros?
Pros, I mean. I thought you are talking about $100. What's your stress?
But anyway, so what were the pros? I think that was an early test that you passed. I can't remember. I think you were expecting one of your shipments from China, right? Mm-hmm. And I think you needed $1 million or something like that. And you had talked to me, and I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, all right, here goes the end of that. I'm not doing any relationship that involves money in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think I called you for like a day or two, and then you called me back, and then I was like, okay, well, maybe it was just what it is. So that was that. So there were early, insignificant tests that I think, kind of proved otherwise. And then I think probably about 3 or 4 months into us dating, we had, had what I call the money talk, and just ensuring that we have a good understanding of money and all of that stuff. Because I always believe like, hey, you know what? I know people talk about love, but it's empty without finances. I'm sorry to say.
Love without finance.
So so we had a good talk about money, and and I felt like, okay, we could both learn things from one another. So she talks about spontaneity. I feel like everything should be planned out. When you go to the restroom, how you go, all of that stuff should be planned out.
If you don't want to pee now, you just plan yourself to go to the restroom.
Yeah, especially when I'm going to the gym in the morning.
Sure.
Even if I don't have to pee, I use the restroom.
You have diverted. Oh,
You
yeah.
asked me a question. So those were the things. Those were some of the pros, and I felt like we were both willing to learn, and from one another, and then improve each other. So, man, that was it. And because, you know, marriages, you know, I know I'm much older, but, you know, when you get married to somebody, you're learning constantly about the individual, and, you know, you're morphing through different times and different things in life. And so you're, you know, constantly on a journey, learning about each other, and you never stop learning. I mean, especially the relationship that you're trying to cultivate and grow. So you never stop learning about one another. And so I felt like we could, you know, both grow in that arena.
Okay, my turn. So it's my turn. So when I first met him, of course, because of when we met, it was some sort of like, I didn't see him physically. So if you haven't watched that video of when I met him, I'm going to link it somewhere up in the card up there, and also in the description box. So, but yeah, when I met him, I didn't like see him physically to say, oh, I fell in love at first sight or whatever. So, but I did remember that after we started talking and everything, he had told me, oh, his age, and I was like, what? That's not true. You can't be this age, because he looked way younger than that and all of that. So I told him that I needed proof. So he sent me his passport, and I was like, this man is this old for real. Even though I like them old, I did not know that he would be this old. And so after that, I had made a joke about how he was a cradle snatcher and all of that stuff, and I always called him my sugar daddy. So as at the time when we met, you have sugar. You say it's even true. Say you don't have sugar. So, but yeah, as at the time when I met him, my friend and I referred to him as Mr. 44 because he was 44 years old at the time when we met. So you can do the math. So he was 44 when we met and everything. So we used to call him Mr. 44 and all of that. So even up until now, we still refer to him as Mr. 44, but he only just changed to Mr. Otsumba just recently. So first of the age difference was, it was a con for me. So I was like, he's old, and everything, that even though he didn't look it and all of that. And I was like, okay. Then secondly, he has kids from a previous marriage and everything. And I was thinking, even though I had said to myself that, okay, well, even if I was to marry somebody older, because for the kind of age difference that I wanted, that, oh, okay, even if he was 10 years older than me, I don't care and stuff. Of course, I knew that a man at that age, in his late 30s or 40 years old at least, have a kid, or it's very hard to not find any of them with kids. And then even the younger guys that were asking me out at the time too even had kids. So, but then he had 3 kids, and I was like, 3 children, how am I supposed to manage with that, you know, and all of that. Then I remember my mom gave me L then too, and she was like, oh yeah, you can't marry him, you can't do this, oh, he's so much older than you, oh, he has kids, what are you going to give birth to? And I'm like, he has a boy and he has a girl, what are you going to give birth to? I said, well, I'll give birth to twins. You know, so she was just, you know, being a mom and just saying all this stuff. And then he was able to come to Nigeria and see her, and she told him what she felt, and he was able to convince her, and I started to see him differently again. Then I was like, okay, before I go all in with this, I would like to be in a space. I want to see what kind of person he is. Like, okay, what's going on? If I go in his house right now and I put something that is not supposed to be on the table and I put it on the table, what's it going to do? Is it going to knock my head, or is it going to like make a fuss about it? And you know, me too, I was putting him through some certain tests and stuff. I wanted to do some things, and I just wanted to see what he would say. Sometimes I would just say something stupid, and just because I wanted to see his reaction to that thing, and he always came out in flying colors and stuff. So then I was like, what can I do to this guy again? Then I wanted to also see his reaction to me around his kids, you know, and that wasn't bad at all as well. So there were times when they wouldn't do the dishes and he would really try to go and meet them and say to them, go and do the dishes, you know, she's not going to do the dishes for you, you know, and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, go to that pass my you know. Okay, so now I'm now thinking and I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, yeah, he might be old in age and everything, but shit, he looks better than some guys that are even in their 30s in Nigeria, you know, and he doesn't play around with his health and his food, his diet, and all those things. And you know, when you talk about somebody being brilliant and intellectually brilliant and everything, he had it, and I'm like, this one is good husband material for my kid and all of that, you know. I mean, I don't know what but some song my hotel you think you know do.
Try to pay attention so you gotta keep recording.
Now for you, minimum. So, you know, and he was brilliant and all of that. And I just liked the way he was around his older kids as well. And I was just like, I didn't have that. You know, I didn't have that except from my stepdad. I didn't have that from even my real dad and stuff. So I was like, okay, good. This won't be a bad person, you know, to start a family with and everything. At least I know that my kid will never have to worry about not having daddy or having daddy issues and all of that. So, and that was that about that. And of course, he can also cook. Even though talk mommy to ṣàlàyé fún wọn bó bí ṣe ń tọ́jú ẹ o.
Nah, people know you can cook. They see your channel already. So that's it. I didn't learn that here.
You know, so even though he can't cook Nigerian food like that, I remember many times I was on the phone with him when I was in Nigeria and I'll tell him, oh, he wants to cook ayamashi or he wants to cook this, and sometimes I teach him and we can be on the phone 3-4 hours, and it just used to be very funny because we did a long distance relationship for about 8 months before we finally met face to face, and then it came to Nigeria. Yeah, camera. Then it came to Nigeria, and then I came here as well for a month to also spend time with him, and that was when I got stuck in Houston from the hurricane, right? From the hurricane, whatever. So yeah, and those were the things there, and those were the reasons why it wasn't my spec, really. It was just the age and him being in a previous marriage before. But the only reason why I didn't mind was because also his ex-wife was also American. She was white. Maybe if she was Nigerian, I would have.
She's
Black woman is me. But okay, she white things. Anyway, so she's American and stuff, but so maybe if she was Nigerian, I would have had some sort of change of art and everything, because more airpod. I don't know that I was wearing airpod now. You're a wicked person.
That's all I know.
You know, so even though I mean, because if she was Nigerian, I probably would have had a little issue with that, because Nigerian women, I mean, especially when they're somebody's ex-wife and stuff, they can be very bitter. It's very hard for you to find one that doesn't really, that has moved on and doesn't really care, and she won't interfere in your new marriage and all of that. So, I mean, I don't like drama. I might look like somebody that is troublesome and all of that stuff, but I hate drama in my life. So I didn't want all of that stuff. And that's that about the things that. Why are you not looking at me? Get to your sexy eyes.
You're talking, I'm listening. You have issues. Unresolved issues.
So you're shouting. What happened? Here is that he ended up being my spec, and I ended up, you know, overlooking the other things. I mean, I wasn't looking at his physical features. I wasn't looking at how tall he was or how handsome or whatever he was, but I was also trying to, you know, look at the future and not, you know, make a mistake and everything. Because one of the worst things you can do is just be with the wrong person and everything. And not to say that those people that end up in that kind of marriage, or some people, I mean, are not misled. I mean, you find some people that they pretend so well that you think you have them all figured out, and you have done all your research and everything, and then a few years into the marriage and you're like, who did I marry? You know, it just feels like it's somebody else entirely and all of that. But yeah, it's not been that way. So I wasn't looking at the physical attributes and everything. I was trying to look into him. I wanted to know, I mean, I knew that he was brilliant. We had all those money talks. So he was somebody that could pour into me positively, and, you know, also share his wisdom with me. You know, even though I'm a smart lady too, I'm very smart and intelligent, because if I was not intelligent or smart, I don't know that I'll be with this kind of person. Even though he did not say it, so I will, you know me.
Yes, you are intelligent.
So if I was not intelligent, or if I was dumb or something, contrary to what he thinks or what he thought in the beginning, that she's just a party animal and stuff, and she likes parties, she's so light-skinned, she's always doing makeup and going to this place.
Nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Being light-skinned had nothing to do with it.
What did I have to do with it?
You used to just dress like you were too flashy, that's all.
I used to dress flashy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it looked like you were flashing.
Yeah.
In the pictures.
Yeah. I'm a Lagos girl, man. Because I'm in this America, I'm doing slow for you people. It's not your fault. I want to go back to Lagos. I want to relocate.
Go. Don't let Corona now be on the way. Done?
Yeah, so guys, thank you so much for coming to our TED Talk. Just kidding, for, you know, listening to my story on how my husband was not my spec, but now he's my spec, and I wouldn't change anything about him. What can I change, Sha? What can I change? Because your wallet is too much, only problem. Anyway.
I'll do another whole video about things to change.
So yeah, but thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and share this video. And also, if you feel like you can guess how much age difference is between the two of us, then put it down in the comment section, and I'll tell you if you got it right or not. So thank you guys for watching, and have a lovely week. Bye.
Bye.